Good morning. It's Sunday, July the 14th, 2024. And I wanted to comment following the quote unquote assassination attempt against Trump, which I personally believe was completely staged. But I also believe that they used one of their best trained young men to carry out this paintball episode, which speaks to the level of commitment these kids have to the initiatives that they sign on to. But I wanted to use this as an opportunity to talk about how a community should be policed by its members, because we do not need a military. You know, people when they prepare their own communities don't have these kinds of issues. Everyone should be trained in self-defense. Everyone. You do not wait until, it's time to have a war to start to train your soldiers. The same is true for just a general sense of protection and safety. Everyone should be trained in self-defense, because altercations do happen. That's not going to stop. Sometimes people get into arguments and they get really heated, and sometimes as a result of that, hands are thrown. But there's no person who has ever died from a fist fight. The challenge, however, is that sometimes these fights can escalate so much that you need somebody who can come in and literally tranquilize the situation. You have people, in my world, elders, so like grandparents, who have reached a level of growth and mentorship in their conflict resolution skills that they know what a worst case scenario is to have to deploy a method. But we have tranquilizers available that are used for animals all the time. Why the police have to have bullets versus tranquilizers to put people to sleep so that they can then be brought to full justice and accountability for their actions, I don't know, but that's the way it should be. And if you have someone, an elder, who has then qualified to be provided this level of training, or request by the community to receive this level of training, then they understand when it's necessary to put somebody to sleep to get them to sit down, so that we can get the conflict resolved without anybody getting seriously hurt. And I hope that makes sense for somebody. If all localities are able to do that and manage behavioral concerns in that way, number one, we don't have a need for military, and number one, we don't have people killing each other or feel like they need to have weapons in order to protect themselves. I hope this makes sense for somebody. And as you are watching the footage and all of that that's coming forth to try to I don't know what they're doing at this point. I guess it happened. They say they killed the boy. They're never motivated to do anything preventative. If the boy didn't have access to guns, then it wouldn't happen. So, unless they're at a place where they're ready to start getting rid of guns and lethal weapons, then, and hold people accountable in ways that they actually change their behavior, then I don't know what else they would be doing with it. Anyway, I hope that you all enjoy your Sunday. This is how my day is starting. We'll see how it goes.